Hello, viewers. Welcome to the Chatroom podcast. Today I'm even tired. Bawumia, say what?
We inherited a problem of no unique national identification system. This had been with us since independence. We have implemented the national identification system of the Ghana card. And we have today 16 million Ghanaians with unique identities. And that is a major transformation. And maybe a lot of people sometimes don't even appreciate what the impact of the Ghana card is. But if you gave me 1,000 interchanges and a Ghana card, I'll choose the Ghana card because it has more impact on the with the Ghana card, access to student loans today is without the need for a guarantor. You first needed a guarantor to give you a student loan. But with digitalization and the implementation of it, we now can access student loans without the need for a guarantee.
I don't know how he did the math, but how how can one Ghana card be compared to 1,000 interchanges?
Okay, to some point I understand the analogy that he was trying to make. So I watched the video and he made that statement of appreciating a Ghana card over 1,000 interchanges.
Yeah.
And when you listen to whatever he was saying, apparently he was trying to label the importance of the Ghana card. And there's something that I know of, normally use that thing. We make mention of comparative analysis.
So what was he comparing?
So what he was trying to say was trying to bring out the importance of Ghana card. So what he did was to say that placing importance on Ghana card would go a long way to help us as a nation. Because for me, I believe that Ghana card is a good initiative by all standards. Because looking at how the world is moving, you need data. You get it. And most importantly, when you look at the outside world, everything is data based, especially taxation.
It's true.
It's
the Ghana card
is a good initiative.
It's a good initiative where you are merging, the people's information, the citizens' information into a database. They are digitalizing, right?
And beyond that, it would go a long way to help a lot of issues.
Yes, it can help with security, crime, and all these things.
Aside crime, it can help you evaluate your taxation.
True.
Good. So
now, but why so the point over here is he comparing.
Okay, so with 1,000 interchanges.
With 1,000 interchanges.
Okay, so that's why when you make comparative analysis, it's about the limitations of the importance. Let's say, for example, he's saying Ghana card over interchange. Let's say, I'm not trying to defend his statement, but I'm trying to understand his statement in the sense that, like, what interchange brings is what infrastructure development.
Yes.
It eases traffic.
Yes, and it facilitates the flow of goods and services from one side of the country
to the other.
Yeah.
And it just ends there. And this is not the first time they've made those. I can remember when the previous government was in power and there was so much focus on infrastructures. Ghanaians were complaining that it's not infrastructures
that we are going to eat.
You get it? So in some thoughts, you feel like, okay, he was trying to place the limitation of the importance of 1,000 interchange. Because listen, what actually happens is, no matter how much you put in the high standard infrastructures, if you are going to lose election, you lose. if you build, we went here, Mahama built Dubai. Circle Dubai.
No, I see, right. I didn't buy what they talk. I understand what you are saying, but if you watch the video, right? I mean, not just the Ghana card, the whole press conference. It sounded like he was defending the failure of the NPP government, and for me, that is my biggest issue. To the point where he's able to justify. Of course, the Ghana card is very important. No one would deny that because it's going to tax our tax. It's going to track our taxes. It's going to also track criminals and everything. We are now merging the same with the Ghana card, so it makes a lot of sense. But for him to, I feel like the number one problem with this government for me is that it's sheer arrogance. They are arrogant. Like, you are wrong. You have failed in a certain part. Yes, you did a Ghana card. You did free SHS. You were doing planting for food and job. But admit that at this moment, you've fallen short. That's all. What Bawumia was doing in that Accra business school was similar to what Mahama came to do at the conference center some time ago, where he came to, instead of him to recommend strategies, how the Ghanaians or how NPP can overcome, the economic hardship, he just came to do politicking. And that's my problem with Bawumia. They all came to Russia-Ukraine war was the reason why we are where we are. COVID was the reason why we are where we are. And he blamed the previous government, that's 6 years ago, for the economic hardship. Like, I'm not asking him to apologize to me. I don't need the apology, but sometimes you just have to, carry your losses and say, I mean, let's draw the line here. We have failed up to here. Yes, we didn't handle the crisis well.
Listen, the truth is, first of all, the man standing there is a politician.
Yeah.
So what do you expect from a politician? Have you ever seen a politician trying to accept the fact that he has failed? No. Just as previous government defended every initiative that was implemented by their government, no one came out to say, we failed at the point. Rather, they feel like if you admit it, you are showing a sign of weakness.
Yeah.
You get it.
And the opposition is going to do that against you.
So, in order to present yourself hot-headed, strong.
Well, he's making a fool of himself. For me, I think he's making.
Listen.
There are some things that I don't know how you can get out of this and then hold your head up high. Your head up high. So you are going to listen. He made this statement, and people were clapping. Well, from what I saw from the video, the people sitting in front were not clapping. Maybe they are more intelligent or what, or they saw how ludicrous it was. And we understand that they are politicians. So but for me, it was like, how low could you stoop? Bawumia, like, come on,
no, listen. See,
like, come on.
He never went there. Let me tell you one thing. When he was in opposition, he was always advocating in an economical sense. He was making data
economic
analysis
arguments.
He was really, really contributing to whatever the issue was back then. But right now, he's not an economist anymore. He's a politician. So he has put on his political suit on. And it doesn't matter how the game is being played. Though. See, as I said...
But he said he won't run for president.
Obviously. So...
he finished.
So me, if you ask me to analyze everything he said, I would say that clearly, whatever he was trying to do was to defend himself
and the sitting government.
And a sitting government. And do I find him wrong doing that? No, because he's a politician. He wants to do something in order to seek people's, attention, or in order for people to realize that, it's just the opposition that's complaining about the hardship. We wait and see whether it's only the opposition that will be complaining after 2020-24 election, or obviously things could turn out. Honestly, when you listen to some politicians, especially the ruling government, some to admit the fact that yes, there has been hardship, and then they will jump onto, it wasn't because of mismanagement of the economy, but rather COVID, but rather
Russia-Ukraine,
the war. You get it. So, the other day we spoke about everything. It's like no government will be in power and accept mishandling of the economy. I've never seen any government be in power and said, we mishandled the economy. That's why there's hardship in the country. So I'm trying to say, as a politician, he's in that spot. He's doing
what he's supposed to do,
not what is demanded of him. But he's doing what he was supposed to do. Because when the truth is, when they were in opposition, this man will come forward, do this, do that.
When people are in opposition, like, they are the wisest people.
Yes, and
that's what we are seeing with NDC.
Yes. So let's say whatever happens, and there's a change in government, and which government comes into power, precisely the NDC comes into power. Do you think they are going to jump onto the fact that, let's say, if the president wants to implement something and it's not good to the general public, they would defend it?
Yeah.
They would defend it. They will send out communicators to go radio station to radio station to defend anything or everything the government do.
Honorable Sammy James.
You get it? That guy, for example, see how he's very aggressive debating. Debating.
This is nebulous.
Putting out points, feeling he's making good arguments. When he's in power.
And the funny thing is that people are falling for this trick. I don't understand. Like,
honestly, when it comes to power, and he's given a position, trust me, he might just forget about everything that he said and just cash out and defend
whatever they are doing.
You get it? So,
I'm not actually. It's true. I'm not really surprised, but I'm really amazed at how many people like are still supporting these. I don't get it. Is it that we know they won't go for it or what? As a country?
No.
I know they all right now. It has become like everyone should do whatever they can to succeed. And if I have to support a corrupt politician to succeed, then let me do that.
Because let me tell you, a number of Ghanaians who are actually benefiting from politics.
Yeah.
So they will not feel the pain. They will be glad to have their people in power, to enjoy life, to make the best out of it. Same way, when there's a change in government, a section of people, let me say, the general public, we are always suffering. And it's not just in Ghana, like when it comes to politics. It's a section of people that are going to benefit.
They benefit and the masses suffer.
Yes, and at the end of the day, the one suffering, the one in opposition, claims to suffer with us. When he comes into power, he claims that whatever the new opposition is saying is because they are not in power.
Yeah.
Me, I prefer constructive criticism, whereby, you see, there's one thing about this opposition party, the NDC, that I don't think they are doing good to themselves or whatever it is. They don't offer solutions.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is about criticism. Everything is about the government.
The masses.
Yes, they are just like the masses. You need to offer a better solution to whatever they are claiming, because that was what Bawumia was doing back then.
Yeah.
Oh, the cedi, the dollar, this. If you do this, this, you have to do this.
We are going to do this.
And people will then
to privatize the country and everything.
And people will then fall for it. You get it. But if you are always complaining with us and you're not offering any kind of solution, waiting that, see, let me tell you, even 2 hours before election, things could happen. 2 hours before election could determine who will become a president. That's why I'm going to say, don't be on the other side and feel like it's all secure. Because trust me, Ghanaians, fear them. 2 hours before election, they will show you. You'll be surprised.
Charlie,
people vote for people for so many reasons.
Trivial
issues. There's nothing critical
but Charlie,
about us.
I'm tired. We'll end this session by saying that there's a quote from one guy, George Orwell. He said, "People who vote for corrupt politicians and statesmen are not victims but accomplices."
Yes.
Let us know what you think in the comment section. See us in our next video.